אוקיי. המצב, היי. טייק שני. כי זה תמיד קורה לי לאחרונה. טייק שני. פים שפועל עכשיו, זה דווקא אחד מוכר. לא תכף לקרוא אליי, אני רוצה שזה יהיה בעצם טראקים שאני כבר שמעתי. נראה שהכל בסדר. יופי. הגיע הזמן באמת. לפרישר הפעם אני רציתי להפעיל פה קצת משהו שמרגיש אמת עונפים. בתור זה אני מקווה שזה יהיה הסיום של Investigations 1. כי זה הפרק האחרון. Solitary Confinement, Darkness Theme של Apollo Justice. או במילים אחרות, הכריסטוף גאבן Theme. בעיניי זה פשוט באמת טראק ממש טוב בעיניי. זה בין הדברים הטובים יותר שיצאו, וזה כיף. anyway, זה לא כזה יהיה רלוונטי. סטודיו, לא צריך את זה. לא מאמין לזה. הגענו למצב שבו... זה... כבר השתנה, פרסה. Trials Cross-Examination מודרטו 2004. בינתיים אני אתן לפרישר פתאום לעשות פה, אני רק רוצה, זה גם נותן לי לראות מצבים במצב של פלייבק. אז כן, זה יעזור לי גם לגלות דברים ככה. מה שאני רואה, אין לי בעיות פלייבק, אז זה אומר שהכל אמור להיות בסדר. כן, יש לי בעיה אחרת כאן, אבל... זה לא כזה נהיה רלוונטי במקרה שלה. אומייגאד, הצ'אק הזה הוא 4 דקות? לא, 3.5. וואלה. אני פשוט אסתדר מפה. אז כן. בגלל שזה טראק של קרוס, זה פשוט ייקח הרבה זמן. אז אני כבר אכין את המשחק פה. וואו. אז כן. אני אסיים את המוזיקה פה, כי הכל בסדר, הכל יצא טוב. אני רואה שהכל עובד כמו שצריך. וזה אומר שאני יכול לגשת אל המשחק. קדימה! פעם קודמת! היה כל מיני נונסנס כזה עם הנושא של הטסטימוני. שבו בייסיקלי הכנסנו את קוצ'ן לתוך הרשימת הרצח שיש לקירקס 4. אז כן, בואו ניגש לזה. וואו, איזה מאוחר, אלוהים ישמור. 15 למרץ, 3:33 בלילה, או לפנות בוקר, whatever. Theatre Naturalis Lobby. אני פשוט אקווה שאני פשוט נשמע בסדר, ונמשיך הלאה. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more. As if there's anything else for me to testify about. I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Cochin. Okay, perfect time לדבר על זה. Basically דיברנו על זה שבו שינה לקחה את הפושקות, ניצלה את ההזדמנות של המים בגלל האש שהיא עשתה, שמפה היא לא יכולה בעצם להעביר את הגופה בעזרת הפושקות. אז כן. Well, I would like to hear about your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you could tell us about what you did here at the Theatre Naturalis. Very well, I suppose I could tell you about that. Because all I did was watch the Steel Samurai stage show. Huh? Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. Okay, sure. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place. And for that is the key of this investigation. Okay. Get whatever. Oh boy. I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them. So, you were in the theater proper, watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you? Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai. Yeah, I was pretty cool out there, wasn't I? You're not the one who was cool. It's the Steel Samurai who is cool. Yeah, and the Steel Samurai's special finishing move today was really something, huh? Hey, Edgy! Who is she? Who is the... Oh my god, let it go! The אשכרה מרגיש כמו character assassination. She's been standing here this whole time, and only now he notices her? Her name is Kay Faraday, and she's helping me in my investigation. I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never. Yeah, so Kay, I'm Larry Bonds. Silence in the peanut gallery. There's no time for such what's that? Trivialities at a time like this? Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final bell, you got that? I know. This is the end. For that man there. Now that's the kind of thing I like to hear. I think I'll keep trusting you to... I'll keep trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh. I let this girl go up to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Have no fear. I will finish the job. This really is the end game. The time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies. אוקיי. זה הדבר היחיד שלא היה מוזכר פה. שהספיר סמוראי והסמוראי דוגס, משום מה זה אבידנס שהיה קיים, אבל לא היה בזה שום שימוש, ממה שאני זוכר. גו! קצת מבאס שאי אפשר לעשות את זה ככה, אי אפשר לעשות פרזנט אוטומטי. אבל כן יש לי ניחוש. היה משהו שלארי היה אמור לעשות, וזה השתנה למשהו שהוא עשה אחר כך. בגלל שהוא שבר את הספיר, אני לא זוכר את המילה בעברית. I agree. Today will be a day to remember. Especially when we finally make you pay for all the wrongs you've committed. What? Hey! That's the Steel Samurai! That's what the Steel Samurai says when he defeats the evil magistrate. Actually, that line was something I Ad-lib it. Ad-lib it. Ad-lib it. You may act all surprised, but naturally, you remember this line, don't you? Oh, of course I do. I just don't understand how the evil magistrate felt, that's all. Allow me to make you identify with the evil magistrate some more. Hey, then that makes you the Steel Samurai, huh? Well, if you had to complete the analogy, I suppose then yes. And I do believe it's about time to bring the curtains down on this with a bang. I wonder if Mr. Alba was really watching the show. Really was there watching the show? I don't think so, because the only time he had to commit the murder was during the show. And the only time he could have placed the body into the pushcart was during the scene when the Iron Infant was not out on stage. Huh! כן! יש בזה משהו. שזה היה... כן. המצב שבו אירון אינפנט יותר לא מופיע בתמונה זה מתי שהם עברו בפושקארט. a.k.a. 523. ב-523 קואוצ'ן כבר היה שם בפנים. והיה את המעבר לשינה באש הראשון, בשפה הראשונה. בגלל הנושא הזה כי השתמשו במים שמה ובאבל לא אמרו לאף אחד שום דבר. אז הכל היה בסדר, וזה היה באמצע של הג'אמן נינג'ה. מפה הזמן היחיד שבו יכול להיות שהורגים את קואוצ'ן, שבו אפשר להרוג את קואוצ'ן זה רק לפני, a.k.a. בשואו של הסטיר סמוראי. That means that by the end of the stage show, are you saying that the body was already in the pushcart by then? Oh. Oh, way! You mean I was pushing a dead body around? That you used to be in such a foul manner is unforgivable, evil magistrate. Well put, Steel Samurai. And now, I will show it to all those present. Just who is the evil magistrate that the Steel Samurai must defeat? הנה, אני רציתי לדבר על זה, בנוגע לנושא הזה של הזיכרון, אבל פה ליטרלי אומר, I do remember. מה אתה זוכר? Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself. That's nice. That's nice? My appetite, dwarf! Don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture. Yeah. I wasn't planning to let him. Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here. Didn't you think that the climactic scene of today's show was just totally awesome? Oh! Oh, זה להזכיר הקשים לזה. Yes, I remember that well. And that spectacular special move. The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate. Evil samurai, early summer rain jab. תוסיף את זה לטסטימוני. Oh, that scene will live on in my heart forever. Is that how it went? I totally forgot about that. How can you forget your own special moves? That's the special attack that the Steel Samurai uses when he's using the Samurai Spear. Okay, I get it! Yes, and today was the first time they showed it off, was it not? If I hadn't watched the show, then how could I answer you with the name of the move? I suppose you are correct, but if you could please elaborate on this point for me. One of the scenes was his never before seen early summer rain jab move. שזה בלתי אפשרי. The special move today was the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer? Objection! You little irritating gnat. Do you think you can trip me by asking the same question over and over? That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise of you to take a look at this. The samurai spear. What about it? The spear actually never made it on stage today. Excuse me? Unfortunately for you, tonight's Still Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness. Wow! Character assassination ללארי, אבל עדיין, מיילס, holy shit. Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Kay, do you remember what the Still Samurai's special move was tonight? It was Still Samurai Sushi Slash! Correct. Because he couldn't use the spear, a last-minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known the move that was used. Turkisab! You didn't watch even a single minute of the Still Samurai stage show tonight, did you? Okay, Yofi. Bunny gonna release the code. Aha! So, if he wasn't watching the show tonight, that opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Mr. Kochan instead. Ah. So, where were you during the show? I demand an answer now. Oh my god. Yeshlo! Jesus Christ! Just what is so funny? You're so sloppy. And so are your conclusions. I still insist that I watch the show. Or most of it, in any way. What do you mean by most of it? הוא רוצה להגיד שאין לו זמן להרוג את קוצ'ן. You see, during the show I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. Okay, הפסקת שירותים. Sure. I assumed that was when the dramatic scene was played out on stage. That's the lousiest, lamest excuse I've ever heard of in my life, pal. Just because it got the name of the move wrong, we can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all. אבל זה לא מסביר למה הוא ידע את השם של המהלך המקורי. As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I wanted to watch the entire show. Honest. Objection! As a Steel Samurai fan, for someone who wasn't even in his seat for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan. Ever. Oh. Michel! Huh? What was that just now? Oh. It would be I, young lady. Larry, what are you doing interrupting me like that? Hey, gee, please hold up for a second, I beg. We never accept this old man as a Still Samurai fan. really think he's still a Samurai-niac. What exactly is a still Samaniac, pal? I believe he meant to say still Samurai Maniac. Yeah, and trust me, I know a real fan when I see one because I'm the still Samurai. Oh my god, Johnny. I will never acknowledge you as the true still Samurai. What are you getting so worked up over, Mr. Edgeworth? It appears that the real Still Samurai recognizes me as a fan. As well he should, for I am a fan. It's as though I missed the entire show. It was the most amazing show, filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart. Spirit of the young and the young? What? The sarcasm dripping from his long wooded nose couldn't run any thicker. Oh wow, כן דומה לפינוקו, הם כבר מדברים על עצים וצמחים וכל זה. Getting the name of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Something that links Mr. Alba directly to the murder of Mr. Manikochin. You know what, Gramps? You're really something else. I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for? Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain jab. Ken? Our love is a bit of a secret that only a small portion of the staff know about. Wait, it was a secret? ניחשתי את זה. אם רוצים לעלות מערך חדש, אז רוצים בעצם לשמור את זה על כובע בשביל שזה יהיה יותר ספיישל ומשהו כזה. Larry, wait, what did you just say? Did I say something stupid again? Did you say that the early summer rain job was actually a secret? Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It felt like we were only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show. Oh! Oh, that you turned it off! Right before? Yeah, the stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to debut the move. About 5 minutes before the show, we threw it up on the dressing room's whiteboard. Early summer rain job. Early summer rain job. That's kind of how we decided the name of the move. But by that time, I'd already been to Spear, so I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless. All of you Still Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy. לא מהפעם הזה שכאילו שבר את הרגל שלו מתי שעשה practice? Huh. Long story short, before we changed the move to the sushi slash, we kind of pretended that the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it would be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it secret. So basically, a gag order was issued for publicity's sake. It almost makes the early summer rain job sound like a lost art. Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff haven't even heard of the move. Hold those lips of yours still! What the heck, old man? I've done nothing but listen, but for what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case. It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise in wasting time, much like a kids show. Objection! Mr. Alba, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you. How dare you! I suspect that you've already noticed exactly what the very severe implications are in this man's testimony. Ha! So now you're trying to bully me, huh? There are no implications to be read into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show. Don't even think about trying to sell your way out of this, Kirkisalba. You were the one who said it yourself, that the name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab. Men får ge där ett skäm. But that name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start. So, what are you driving at? The name of the move you told us was never used in the show or said aloud. Now then, would you care to tell us how you found out the name of that move? Because I can only think of one way you could have known. Kirkisalba, this is the only way you could have known of the name of the special move. You saw it. אין לו שום סיבה לשאול על זה. והוא לא חשב על זה, אז הוא ראה את זה. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it on the dressing room's whiteboard. The staff members who knew were keeping it a secret. So you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which means that the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard. So that means that Mr. Alba was there at some point, right? What's the big deal, sir? I don't see what that means. There's another piece of evidence that has a giant deal to do with the dressing room. Oh, what? Oh! A better Alba. So we can't afford to let this slide. This is why I ate to both the dressing room and to Mr. Coach's brother. A wound. Take that! What? No wound? No, yes. A dressing room, a dressing room, a dressing room. Oh! A pushcart! The pushcart that was used to move the body. The body was right there in the dressing room. During the show, the pushcart awaited its turn to be pushed on stage in the dressing room. And was finally pushed there along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. And then, right after the show ended, it went into Alabasta along with the Steel Samurai. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage. So basically, the killer has... שנייה אחת. זה היה הדאגות שלי מתי שאני עושה לייבים בזמנים כאלה. יאללה, בוא נקווה שאני יכול לעשות את זה באמת. So, basically, the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show. Precisely. Ah! Oh my god. Oh, but wait! What if, and this is just a what if, what if the murder took place right in the dressing room? What do you mean, Kay? I have to admit, she brings up a valid possibility. איך הוא יעביר את קוד שם מבלי שיגלו אותו? During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people. Slipping undetected into a private dressing room then would be as simple as pie. The killer must have come up with the idea to move the body with the pushcart then too. Correct. Thus making the theater's dressing room the ideal location for the murder of Manny Cochin. Salva, during the show you went down to the dressing room. And I want to know why. Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room. I knew it. I'm pushing on the arrest right now, pal. You got that? Arrest! Marshall. Not so fast. What is it now? Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself? Explain? What is there to explain? I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did. I wanted to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside. And that's when I saw the name over the move on the whiteboard. Oh my god! You punk! Still trying to get out of this! Do you really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, is there anything you can do to stop him? I have enough evidence on hand to do anything. I have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps... Hey, Joanne, I believe an investigation of the dressing room in question is in order. It's possible that we may find new evidence there. Yeah, if Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there, I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal. Oh, and if we use little thief, we may even learn something from the recreation. Not so fast. We don't need to do any of that. What? Luffy? How could you? I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. Oh. My men really are something. Something else. And they found nothing? There's only one thing I can say to you, sis. And it's that they found nothing. That's it. I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would have reported it to us. They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find. If there's no info to feed into Little Thief, then I can't do much to help either. Is this the end? Well, it took place in this theater, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights. And the fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Alba walks away a free man. Is there no other course of action left for us? It would appear that your hand of cards has turned into to be a bust. Now, if you will excuse me. Because of you people, I missed my flight. I must make haste and arrange for a new one. Marshall. Who is it this time? Oh. Oh, Wendy! Huh. How do I dare you, whippersnapper? First Larry, now you? What is it with that scary mobster-like skull on your face, Edgy Poo? That treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. I've been meaning to say this, but all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're all leaving this lady in the sad, depressing, lonely dust they're about to cry in. Why did you have to speak up right at this instant? At
You know what, Edgy-Poo? Cheer up! Because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing.
The most wonderful thing? From you?
It's so super special that I couldn't give it away to just anyone, you know? Ah, my special present of love to my sweet Edgy-Poo. Are you ready? Is this?
It's a samurai dog, זה היה בכלל mentioned. Huh. A samurai dog בכלל לא היו mentioned. It's a box of those samurai dogs, right?
Yes! Oh, Edgy-Poo! Go on and eat one and you'll feel as red as rain.
Oh my god. Wendy. Who cares? אבל למה זה בכלל לא היה mentioned? כולם. Are we through yet? Are we through here?
Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? Edgy-Poo! Tell me you understand the depth of this lady's love for you. I'm not the one to hang out snacks willy-nilly, you know. No, sir. The thoughts occurred to me that maybe it would be...
Oh my god, אני אקרא את זה אחר כך. Oh my god. Yeah, here we go again. Okay, אני אתחיל מפה.
I'm not the one to hand out swags willy-nilly, you know. No, sir. I thought the thought occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you and made sure you were nice and full. One day it's my dream to serve you some of my own homemade food. I mean, is it the desire of every woman to make sure that their beloved never goes hungry? And that's what I wanted to experience. I'll tell you one thing though, a long time ago, I used to say that I could make the most delicious meal out of any ingredient you threw in front of me. I was a star in the kitchen back then, and I was... Mr. Edgeworth, did you do anything about her?
There's no power on earth that can force that woman to silence. Wow!
Ah, but I'm so sick and tired of it. All of you people do is look down at me. Even this box of samurai dogs played me for a fool. It had a special design on its fan, like the Japanese flags. I thought it was special. But when I ate one, it tasted just like all the rest. Oh, it made me so mad.
Wait, special box with Hinomaru-like fan on it? מה זה Hinomaru? הפן המניפה עם פשוט הדגל של יפן, I guess? I've never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. However, there it is. The red sun on this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the samurai dogs were piled on the dressing room floor. However, there is no such thing as a humanoid dog. This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from this red sun may just be what we needed to point out to the right direction. Huh. קל לסמר דרג זה בפושקאוט. והגופה הייתה בתוך הפושקאוט. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together. No matter how fragile or small the connection may be. I know it's a save. Once we found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. good. הדוג ליד הפושקארט ויש את הסאן. הקונקשן כאן זה הסמור דאגס עצמם. רגע! כן, זה בדיוק. What? אוקיי. חשבתי שצדקתי ונרשתיתי. Good to know. Think of a creature's own defense. Red fan is filled in for some reason. What's some doctor thing? אולי זה? כי זה בלתי אפשרי שיהיה גם את הגופה וגם את הסמוראי דוגס? בתוך הפושקות? אוקיי. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body. Which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. ומפה יצא הדם שלהם לתוך הפושקארט מתי שהם היו בחוץ. That which should not exist, this box of samurai dogs with a Hinomaru on it. If this red sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing samurai dogs from the pushcart, it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. When the old bag. I thank you. What you have given me is truly something very special.
Jeepoo!
Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir? Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Cochin in the dressing room. How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence. That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it is what will put you away for good. You're bluffing! Oh-ho! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! Sounds like I finally found him! I finally found the fangs we needed to go after this guy's jugular! קצת מוזר, להגיד את זה ככה, כי... jugulis, iron jugulis מפוקימון. פשוט התרגלתי מהמילה הזאת משם. So tell us, what about that box of samurai dogs is going to put the old man away? Chase of evidence that will bring it down? Why, it's here, of course. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinomaru fan on it. This should never have existed. So, I want you to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood. Huh? What? Blood, you say? Agent Lang, I'll let this blood analyzed post haste. I've got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Hey you! Get this to the lab! Pronto! But why was there blood on that box to begin with? If we think about the flow of the crime, I believe the reason will become obvious. הרי קוצ'ן עדיין דימם עד שהוא היה בתוך הפושקארט. Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct? Oh, yeah. You have a great memory, Edgy. That pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? So, to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart. And if what Larry says is true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor? Ah, I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart. Exactly. And that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box. But when I investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Because Embassy staff members had already confiscated them. Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence from the murder. It's a good thing Miss Allback managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Miss Allback also managed to put this great thief to shame. Oh.
What a scandalous way of putting that! I didn't steal, I received it from myself.
Okay. Kirkisalba, I would say that this one very fatal oversight on your part. Sorry to rain on your little love fest. However, how can I be so self-confident in a no-win situation for him like this? Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Cochin, then what? So, Mr. Edgeworth, sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh? So, piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, now we have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room. And you say that like it means something. ואתה ידעת על פי המהלך בזה שאתה הלכת אל הדרסינג רום. Excuse me, sirs. Okay, forensics. Report! What were the results of the analysis? Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood. I knew it. With this, Kirkisalba. Shami. Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question. Your question? The one from before, or have you forgotten? Even if that is Mr. Cochin's blood, what difference would it make? Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was that dressing room. It doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it? That's... He has a very good point. The blood in that box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba is the killer. Then, this evidence, it's meaningless? That can't be! We were so close, sir! I wanted to smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's gotta be something we can do. You finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something you can expose it with. Think of any single thing. כן, רציתי לבדוק באבידנס, אבל אני לא הייתי בטוח, ונראה שאני הייתי צריך להמשיך. כמה מצחיקים, holy fuck. Now if you excuse me, משהו קורה פה. Now if you excuse me, I'll be on my way. Who was that? It's too late. I wouldn't allow anyone to stop me now. It wasn't me, pal.
It wasn't me this time either. Wasn't me either.
Oh, is it? I'm forensic. It was me. What did you? Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. There's more. What? Hurry up and spit it out! Yes, sir. The blood I mentioned. It's now the same blood as the victim's blood. Oh. What? Oh. What? Okay. What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then what the hell is it? What the hell is it? I don't know, sir. All I know is that it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir. What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore. Neither do I. זה הדבר היחיד שאני יכול לחשוב עליו. A wound. זה הדבר היחיד שבו יש קשר לדם בלי ה-obvious murder weapons. My, what an amusing turn of events. That bloodshot proved something to be true, alright. Namely, my words. And which one of your words would that be? The words where I said that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Did I remind you that the blood got into that box before it entered my embassy? What sort of nonsense? Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder. And so you would like to believe. But what if someone preparing the samurai dogs had a small nosebleed? What then? I guess that's possible. Damn it! Are we really wasting our time on a red herring? The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough. זה לא מה שהוא אמר! קרקסאוב! You bastard! זה לא מה שהוא אמר! זה לא מה שהוא אמר! הוא אמר שזה לא של הויקטום, הוא לא אמר שזה לא קשור לאף אחד. Silence! Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I wasted enough time here with you. And you have your answers. Now let me through. Alba! Doesn't matter where you run off to. You'll never escape me. Someday, I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. You'll see. And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see to it that that day comes. Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of all might. Oh. הוא אמר שהבלד הוא לא של הויקטום, הוא לא אמר שאין אף אחד שיש לו את הדם הזה. Is this really the extent of all that we can do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Is there another possibility? Someone else other than the victim? Alba! Just when I thought I had packed him into a corner, it's I who has been packed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? אם זה לא של הויקטום, אז זה אומר שזה של הקילר. Trials and tribulations, baby! What would he who can't turn any desperate situation around do? You got to the battle, Phoenix. Turn it around? That's it! I must turn my way of thinking around. It's not whose blood is on this. It's whose bloods could get onto a box like this. And if I think about it that way, if the blood got into the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart, then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. And there's only one person that could be. Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you, kid, that I was removed from the center stage. And will be forced to live the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But it's a total loss, as the underground will allow me more freedom than you'll ever know. Freedom like what the raven feels as it flies through the dark night sky. You could lay a finger on me, not now or ever. You're also the law powerless before me.
Objection!
Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. What do you mean? Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful. Pitiful? How so? Kyokisalba, your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who is trying to fly away with them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you. Ha! Mere words! What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth? Just what you think it means, Kay. We had already caught him in our trap a while back. What an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence. Hey! After Mr. Edgeworth, to Mr. Prosecutor. Getting speak in English. What are you talking about? What piece of evidence? The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood. But we know it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all. Jeśli cares about me, Damask Stein. Miss Von Karma, I believe that is exactly why it's important to the case. And the part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. You're looking a little pale. Good. I believe you are already aware of what I mean. Then, you know who the blood belongs to? Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person, Alba.
Take that!
The blood on the red sun on this box belongs to you, Curtis Alba. What? Why is his blood on the samurai dogs? He's not even the victim. The blood fell onto the box when Mr. Cochin's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At that time, only two people in the dressing room were the victim and the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer. So that's what you mean. If the blood doesn't belong to the victim, then there's only one other person it could belong to. Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion. But Mr. Cochin was the one who was stabbed, sir. The victim. Oh. Why would Mr. Alba have been the one who was bleeding? What if, during the murder, Mr. Cochin had fought back? You mean if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Cochin managed to wound Mr. Alba? Yes, and I believe that we have a piece of evidence that proves he was bleeding there. It's the piece of evidence that shows that Mr. Alba was probably bleeding at the time. That's true. Mr. Alba, you bear on your body a great wound.
That was from when the mask 2 attacked me with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room. Ah, but is that what really happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so you can't just accept that as fact. Shall we try to test, Mr. Alba, and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors?
You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip you by, no matter how insignificant the possibility.
You're one to talk, Mr. Alba. You managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. Am I out of danger? You can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. You truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal.
I am the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing.
You believe I've overlooked something?
You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Cochin. And that was caused in here in one of the theater's dressing rooms, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I would like to point out that's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound. That could only mean... Huh? And one that could only have come from a blade. I wonder where you will produce that such a blade came from.
Ah! This theater was packed with security guards! It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort. Game over! זה עכשיו אני בטוח, game over!
Just as Mr. Alba was able to bring in the alabaster knife in a bouquet, there must be some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort. As long as you can prove that other way is, what that other way is, all your talk about Mr. Coach stopping me is pure nonsense.
Oh. אז היה את הגרסו. המפתח שלו היה את הגרסו אז.
So if the other way does exist, you better hurry up and tell me now.
With pleasure.
Wait, what?
This piece of evidence shows us how Mr. Coach brought a weapon to the theater.
Take that!
Perfect. Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagorasu's key.
That key!
That's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago. It is very unique, in that it is both a key and a knife.
Meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have been easily brought into the theater.
You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Cochin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe, there was a document about Cadopian paper signed by Mr. Cochin.
כן, האינק בא מבאבל, אבל הנייר בא מאלבסט.
זה שני המדינות ביחד כאן. אני לא יודע אם אני דיברתי על זה בכלל. מתי שהיה את הנושא הזה של הפייפרס. אני לא יודע אם בכלל דיברתי על זה, אבל אם נזכרים פה, אלבסט מייצר את הנייר, ובאבל מייצר את הדיו. אז אם שם יש את האלמנטים של שניהם, אז זה משהו שזה שני המדינות. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened that office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Quirkisalba? Yes, man damn it, the game over! Fuck off. And that is what some may call the coup de grace. Impossible! You can't take me down! Fine! All of you! Especially many coaching! It's all because of that man's betrayal! He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as ambassador. Which is what he deserved, though I'm bearing the guilt of all of my crimes for me. That's why I sent out the Atagrasso's card. How this incident was born. Manny was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader who was killed by the Atagrasso. But had yet another reason. Yet another reason that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for your meddling prosecutors. I mean, wow, dat niet zo goed though. Ja, verstappen nog right here. Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there is one more question I forgot to ask. This country's or Alabast's? Which country's court would you like to face first? Kata, Sam is snacky for him! Either way, it's game over for you. Oh my god! Holy shit! Okay. והוא חזר להיות חלש. או הגיסה הזאתי. וואו! זה לקח לי כמה, זה לקח לי יותר מדי זמן. אבל היי, פינאלי קייס זה פינאלי קייס. אוקיי, לא ידעתי את זה. ה-17 למרץ, 11:21 בבוקר, דיסטריקט קורט, דפנדנט לובי 2. Woo! This is it! The big day! It's Mr. Alba's trial today! And next week, he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabast. Franziska's heading that one. I suppose she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it. Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir. I didn't even want to think what that would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse. And boy, he looked about as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck. Gosh, I never said that! You know, I've been thinking. That flight attendant, and even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents. Correct. That smuggling ring was the commotion thread between all of the incidents. Camille was to provide support during the smuggling ops, using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor. The Galileo Airlines, and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir? I suspect there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world. Yeah, sounds like it's such a big arm that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. What is it, detective? Nothing, it's just, well, come to think of it. Mr. Ernest Amano's trial is also scheduled to be later today, sir. I'm aware of that. Mr. Amano has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amano Group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But all of that has come to an end, as his conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society.
Well, with the arrests of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano, I guess Alba wraps up the KG8 incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. The real killer in the KG8 incident 10 years ago was Manny Cochin. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG8 incident was Mac. Those two facts are unshakable truth. However, it seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all in today's trial. In the trials today, slicha.
You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir?
CCU and Deadman. Perhaps now, these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Palino. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of those, so I'm giving them to you.
Oh, let's go! What? Seriously, sir? Wait. Actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them. Don't tell me they're just coupons, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Kudopia again, its economy has changed.
Really?
And it seems that Ambassador Palino has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He has announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified Kudopia. Oh. There you go. Oh.
Oh! אוקיי, שנייה, אז אני אעשה את זה רגע מחדש. שנייה, אני אעשה את זה רגע מחדש.
Ah, but what a pity. Even though every item he sent is a treasure, you don't seem all that interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant, Kate.
Wait, that's not what I said! So, Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir. Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How come she's not here? How come she's not here? She's still not here.
You gotta be more alert than that!
Ah!
I can't believe you didn't notice! I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit.
I totally didn't notice you. I realized that voice was you. Lang Z says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring.
Oh, hey, Lang. Agent Lang. A pleasant surprise to see you here.
It's been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't going to miss. Watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him. Well, that ends Esophagus. I want to see you in action in court.
Is that so, Agent Lang?
We flushed out all of the counterfeit bills, so Zengfa is finally at peace again. And it's all thanks to you. So I just want to say, thanks.
Wow! I thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth.
I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to the both of us in this case.
Sure, the victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change. You got that?
I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job.
Yeah. And there's never someone your precious truth can't catch. Feel free to sit around and cry about all you want. But as for me, I'm going to get that person no matter what.
Alright. It's about time for the trial to start. I'll see you later.
I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this. I prepared a whole ton of tick-up tape for today's victory, sir.
I'll throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
Hope you've got enough, because I'm going to call my men up as well.
A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. The scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final acts of this long tale ends. Imalota. The legend of the great Fifi de Grasso. It's the story of those who chose to declare their lives to the pursuit of the truth. Prosecutors will seek guilty verdicts for the defendants the meet, and to that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. Like it was forced on me since I was young. However, I no longer think that we all prosecutors all just because. Nirali. Even though I've only been away from this courtroom for a short time, I feel it's been a lifetime since I set foot for the one. And today, more than any day, I feel like we've been rising. I feel like we've been mid-rising. Objection! Woo! Game end! Post credits? Oh! Should I write the scenes from Misхак? Okay, that's fine. Oh wait, sure. I'm really in Mr. Edgeworth's debt for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still able to solve in this frightening blue skies. Oh, so about my suitcases? I've been selling them on the internet and they've become a real sensation. Thanks to the praise of the artwork has lavished on my work to be truly postmodern. The island has chosen for me to design their own line for Goyo Jumbo Jets. Just think, someday you will be able to take a ride in my pink wild yellow seated jet. Okay, sure. Oh, LeBlanc? Oh boy.
Edgeworth! Ah, the rudeness of man! Because of him, my time and money are wasted. But more importantly, I received fantastic treasure news. The permanent statue of the Principality of Cadopia. It was a bit light on my hands, but the Ambassador Polino was generous.
Oh my god, זה היה לי קשה לעשות דברים. Franziska? Franziska, okay. We finally caught Agent Hicks's killer, so I was able to witness Mr. Alba's teary eyes. It felt good to finally bring everything across the sea. I sent another order from Interpol to work together a case in cooperation with them. However, the Cadopian courts await. Cadopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there. Okay. שאפו לכולם, אני אגיד פיינל פארטס בסוף. מיקינס? אוקיי. נראה לי מיקינס. מיקינס, אוקיי. There's no patrol has been found as of today, so I thought it was safe since we found the gun I had dropped. But I noticed I dropped my police badge too. I guess what really broke the camel's back is I couldn't find my badge. But all of a sudden jumped into a dark black hole, sir. We gotta go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Ruffles, man. זה למה אתה נוחת ככה כביילף באפולו ג'סטס. אוקיי, מיקינס. אמה. Oh my, אלה בקושי הייתה במשחק הזה, holy shit! I was actually hoping to talk to Mr. Edgeworth a bit more than I did. But
But I've got to get going and return to Europe. There's no long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth in the case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's going to need all the help I can give him, scientifically.
באסה שאת הולכת להיות דטקטיב אחר כך, אמר. מצטער מהדפקט הוויסים שלי, פשוט obviously זה on the spot ונראה שאני חייב לזוז הרבה יותר מהר פה. לורן.
Because the kidnapping was staged, I was left out easy. Well, I won't be going outside anytime soon, but that's really okay. The only prisoner who have jumped is in this cage of love. They got down to the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty. He has such a cold look in his eyes, just like that prosecutor.
Oh yeah.
Stop it, Lauren!
Oh my god.
When will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love?
עדיף! עדיף!
Oh my god, when did the bomb mine?
Gumshoe! What's just that judge? A judge?
It appears there are all sorts of drama that takes place outside of the courtroom. Since we judges are here new day in and day out, I've only heard a few rumors, but apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something.
זה לא עובד ככה! אני מקווה שקיי אשכרה לא דפקה את כולם בכל מקרה.
Maggie!
Oh. Okay.
I barely escaped death yet again.
Yeah, but boy, we were lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth to help us out, huh? Come on,
Yeah, but because of that I lost the key. I got fired from my security guard job.
Don't let it get you down, Maggie. You still got me.
You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm going to pick myself up. I wonder what my next job should be. Oh, this is actually kind of fun.
איי, זה לא מאמין שזה היה דאבל. לא הייתי מוכן לזה. פנינו!
Why not come to Codopia for your summer vacation? We have plutons aplenty. Right now our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show. Although recreating that particular case has created a small few fires of its own. Then we had a few problems with the fire rehearsals, but the next event will be great. There will be an attraction entitled Capture the Atagurasu. Of course, I hope to enlist K's help in creating our latest attraction.
יהיה מעניין לראות קיי ככה. היי! זה כנראה גם ונדי. לא.
I can't believe that Midnight takes me away to Japan!
That's okay.
Because that's how I met Miho. We planned to go to Paris and start a bit. Oh, no, Paris, sure. We're going to sell blue ocean dogs. They sell like hotcakes, hot dogs for sure. Blue hot dogs in a blue bun. I'll guarantee it will turn your tongue and your face blue. Not really the type to work a lot, or at all, really, but... Oh, I noticed that I haven't really seen a guy in a blue suit yet. I wonder what's up. Well, next time we meet, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs.
Oh, what about? איי, זה קשה לעשות וויסים ככה. כנראה ונדי עכשיו, נכון? טיירן? או לנג? טיירן.
I gave testimony in court today, as a member of the Atagurasu.
Yo, Mr. Bad! You look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed that elements with the ring have begun moving? Within the ring have begun moving?
Probably fighting over who should succeed, over who should be next boss. Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I'd ever heard of that smuggling ring.
Lang Z says, thoroughly bite a poisonous snake from head to tail. No one who runs a foot on the law to escape this wolf's fangs. I'll get them all.
Ah, you fell
Why did I become so old, I wonder? I've begun noticing the grey hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror.
לא תמיד שזה ידוע עוד פעם, אבל אוקיי. עכשיו זה יהיה ונדי!
I was the pink princess and the pink badger, and only a span of 2 days. Taka, busy. That's alright because I got a letter from my beloved Igipoo. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak, first take off your hips. What does it mean by that last statement? So you're going jumping under a headpiece every time I see him?
לא, אני לא קורא את זה. אני לא קורא את זה. ביי! זה יהיה lost content! ביי ביי! ביי לתמיד, ונדי אולד באג! היא כנראה מתה בתקופה של דול דסניס וספיריט אוף ג'סטיס. פוסט קרדיט. אומייגאד, אז אני אהיה חייב לעשות את זה. אם זה כבר מופיע פה.
It's like every time I enjoy being under a headpiece every time I see him. I've been an alien and then some crazy fuzzy pink animal, and I was the pink princess, the great hero of justice. Ever since I was a young maiden, I could be spotted wearing the most stylish hat on my head. I know right around now, maybe it would be more preferable to wear my own costume or something, but even that sounds just like a terrible idea.
אוקיי, זה היה הכל. 17 למרץ, 4:33 בערב, ה-High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Whoop! I feel so much better now that the trial's over. And as always, your legal prowess was top-notch, sir.
Yeah, and nothing beats the look on Mr. Alba's face when you revealed the ring's secrets. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom.
Mr. Edgeworth's always 10 times fiercer in court.
Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they've begun large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Franziska and Agent Lang.
So, what are your plans now, Kay?
Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey! Hello! Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
Are you still trying to steal my job, pal?
Just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy.
Whew, what a relief. Okay.
Yes?
Even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief?
Of course! I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagarasu. So I'm going to hold off on doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own.
A 3-person team? זה נראה מוכר!
אשכרה הדסנדנט של פרדיי, הסקססור של בד מישהו שהיה לו בעצם קונקשן עם הדפנס אטרני. לא כאילו שלגם שהוא אין, אבל עדיין.
A 3-person team?
A 3-person team of young, beautiful, the same age as me, if possible.
If those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you need.
My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what that was so noble about him.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth,
the only things I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm going to work extra hard to become a world where the Yatagarasu isn't needed.
Let's both strive for such a future.
Well, I guess it's time for me to get going.
I see.
Okay, keep up your chin and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger.
Don't worry, I'll be back.
I'll be sure to break the lock on the window when I sneak in. If you could, I would appreciate if you came in through the building's front door.
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home has been broken for forever. למה... אוקיי. זה לא כזה מוגן.
Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the three of us. Just the three of us.
Yeah, I commemorate the photo. Every big case has to end with one.
No.
אומייגאד, זה ככה אמור להיות, זה ככה זה הסוף של כל הסטוריז שיש שם, וואו.
Hey, why not?
Don't tell me your camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course not, detective. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm taking the picture now. Hey, come back here.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir.
Ah, hey, Detective Gumshoe. Stop that. I can't be seen doing that. Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese.
That's it for now.
And thus, the long tale of the KG-8 incident came to a close. It saw the demise of the smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is a little time to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is I want to pursue the truth, and I want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed.
Aww! Miles, it's like an Hey, come on, Kay!
Woo! לסוף.
פעם הבאה זה investigation time, baby! וואו!
בואו נראה את כל מה שחדש פה עכשיו. כי עכשיו יש לי אפיסוד 5. זה 2. וזה הכל בגלרי, אוקיי. אלבום. Completed. שזה טוב. והcharacter companion. Completed. סופית עכשיו יש לי מודלים מלאים לכל המיין characters. הנה כל החודשים. וזהו. אוקיי. אני שם את הפרק של היום פה. אולי יש עוד? איפה? confrontation. פולינו. ארבע. לארי, לא יודע למה ככה. אין. ונדי. ארבע. true self. אוקיי. הנה כל הפרטים למיילס, גם שוב פרנציסקה, קיי, אלנג, שינה, פורטמן. זהו. זה הכל, זה הסוף של המשחק! וואו! אז אני סיימתי פרק של היום פה, אין לי יותר מה לעשות פה, אני סיימתי סופית את investigation 1. אז כן! כאן ירין, פגעת בסרטון עליו הבא מקווה שנהנתם. וירין, אאוט! ביי חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים!